Welcome back, everyone. We are here with more Conrad Stevenson's Paranormal PI. And last we had left off, we had just investigated the lady in white and, kind of subsequently heard the ghost of her child, which was unexpected and kind of cool. We didn't really get the ghost photo of the child, but we got pretty much everything else. So I'm going to circle back later and probably just knock some of these out for, completion's sake. But we're going to go ahead and move on. Recently in this game, the developer, he released a new patch, and in this patch he added ghost interactions with equipment that weren't previously there. For instance, they were saying that the batteries will drain on the devices when you're too close to the ghost. There's a special interaction with demons when you get attacked by them, because you know how in my previous videos the demon would charge at you, and it, once it reached you, it didn't really do anything. Now there's an interaction there, which supposedly is going to make it a little bit scarier. They also changed how the evidence is, or the archive evidence, how it's distributed in the maps. I don't know if it's just for the new map or if it's everywhere. I hope it's everywhere, but essentially instead of it just being random whether or not something shows up and where its location is, they were saying that all of the evidence types should be in the map. Their location will be randomized, so you can theoretically, and we'll see if this is true, go around and find all of the different archive pieces when starting off, which I think is actually really good. It'll make it so that when you baseline an investigation, you can, kind of treasure hunt, quote unquote, for archive pieces and at the beginning, and then you can then tailor your experience on how you want to do it. So sorry, that was a long-winded explanation as to like some of the changes that were coming in here. But if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, please do so. Like the videos if you like them, or leave comments below. But that all said, let's go ahead and dive right into the game. Okay, here we are. So So last time we had essentially... Oh, wow. So they just made it so you can actually see the different pieces. That is amazing. This is really good. So I wanted to go ahead and focus on the Red Eyes ghost this time. Specifically because it's not that we had a lot of archive stuff about that one. We didn't. In fact, there was no archive stuff about it that I could see. But we did see inside the wiki, in the locations, there's quite a bit about the red-eyed creature, ghost, whatever, in here. So I'll have to take a look. Shadow in the forest. Red Eyes is a shadow. Red Eyes could be very old. Red Eyes seen east of the crypt. Transparent being, small child, contection. Okay, so we have everything about Red Eyes selected here that I think, know about. So yeah, we can go ahead and try to get, some kind of evidence or related to that. We're going to use this, I think, episode to also search the grounds and find, the different archive pieces that we're missing, which looks like it's five of them. I don't know whether or not, so the way that archive pieces currently work, or did work previously, that I'm aware of, is that the archive pieces would show up in random spots, kind of, isolated to an area where that ghost kind of patrols. So, if there's, so for instance, the Reverend is a church ghost, it wouldn't be like you would find a piece of archive evidence for him in the woods. The developers' changes recently said that they could be randomly placed. And I'm not sure, and, maybe this is what it is it could be placed anywhere on the map, which will make it harder finding them, just because we will have to kind of backtrack. Because before I could say I don't need to go to the woods because I've already found all the archive pieces for that ghost, so there's no reason for me to go back there. Now, I might have to do that just to find these other 5 pieces. But we'll go ahead and see how that works out. It'll be interesting, kind of experiment with it. I think we're gonna focus on the red eyes here. I do also, because in order to do the lighthouse, you need 350 credits, experience points, or whatever. I think you have to spend them. I'm not sure whether or not you just need to have earned 350 or higher. So we'll see how that works too. But I'm gonna probably hold off on buying equipment for the time being so that I can unlock the next map once we get to that stage. But that is all we have to say about that. So we're gonna go ahead and just jump into... Oh, see, here's the batteries. Okay, so this wasn't on the table before. Lithium-ion batteries. Do you actually have to... I can't pick it up. It's interactable, but it doesn't interact. I think, right? Yeah. Okay. I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna have to do with the batteries, because it does say that they drain your batteries. Does it mean you're gonna have to go back to the car and reload?
A few more notes would help ensure a better investigation.
Yeah, I think this is good old red eyes here. We will go. All right. Let's go ahead and grab our gear. The good old faithful. Yeah, I mean, the standard set of gear is pretty great. So we don't really need to mess around with that too much. Let's just go and see. While we're here, let's go ahead and see if there's evidence items inside the church. There is, but they took away the sound. Right? Because there's no sound for this. So we'll read these later. Another one here. Sermon. So we got 2 out of 5. So, interesting changes. That they no longer make the giant or the loud humming sound that were there previously to indicate that a piece of evidence is nearby. Maybe that's the compromise from having them all load in. Maybe it would be too many things humming at once, and it would drive you crazy. But that's okay. All right, so it seems like both of these were related to the actual church. So it might be that they just randomly show up in the locations where they're supposed to be. And we can kind of confirm that, I think, if we go over to the mausoleum over here. Because there should be a piece of evidence, I think, related to this guy as well, or this ghost. So you just have to keep an eye out for things that would be evidence. I think that... Here we go. Oh, that's a light switch. I'm dumb. I thought it was a piece of paper on the wall. All right. Yeah, I mean... Maybe it's outside? Trying to make sure I'm not missing anything now that the evidence pieces are quiet. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe there isn't an archive piece for this guy. Can't go over here. Okay. Let's go check the graveyard area over here, because I know that there is that other ghost over here that we haven't investigated. I do wonder if maybe there was just evidence pieces that we missed for some of the other ghosts that we've kind of fully covered now. So we'll just do a quick pass through here. Let's go ahead and flip this guy on. Okay. Not seeing anything here. Okay. Let's go out to the graveyard here. Double check here. Nothing. That's a car. Yeah, this actually might make finding them a little trickier now that they don't hum. Because they're so small. Like in a place like this, it's going to be pretty tough to find random bits of paper and things like that, or just kind of lying around. I hope that they stand out a little bit. I almost wish for like a slight effect like in Resident Evil, where it has like a kind of a glowing outline to it. Periodically shows up to let you know that there's something there that isn't just like background art. I don't see anything there. So let's head down here. So to the east towards the woods is where I don't know where the cardinal directions are here. So it's, I guess we just wander roads near woods until we find something that looks like a red-eyed ghost. No, I don't know. No, my hotkey.
I need to replace these batteries. I need to replace these batteries.
Are you kidding me? Is all my equipment dead? It is. Does it eat your flashlight too? No. Okay.
Looks like the batteries are dead.
Okay. So do the batteries start off dead, or did I, walking around these areas, inadvertently bump into all the ghosts that are invisible and have it eat my batteries out from under me? I gotta say, I don't know if I'm a fan of this mechanic. Having to run back and forth to the truck and recharge batteries. Does this all work now? Does this work?
I need to replace these batteries.
You kidding me? So I have to go to each and every piece of equipment.
I need to replace these batteries.
I don't know. This is not great in my mind. Okay, we got batteries now. Let's hope we don't accidentally run into some ghosts that are going to drain them and then make me have to go all the way back to the truck in order to replace them individually for each piece of equipment. I hope it was just that they don't start charged, because that is going to be rough. And also, don't you have to get close to the ghost to get EMF and temp readings? Like, it's talkative at least. Seems like we're in the right area. Where does it wander? I mean, where's the east? It would actually be kind of cool if it was over here. I think it's over here. Could be wrong. I think once we start getting some readings, we'll know for sure. Oh, wow.
How rare to take a photo of a ghost.
It almost looked like a Native American, like a headdress and a hatchet or a tomahawk. How rare to take a photo of a ghost. So it's over here. So we know that for sure. So we have an area to focus on, which is good. Another one.
Incredible. I captured a ghost on film.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I don't see any red eyes, though. Is that just like one of...
That's extraordinary audio evidence.
think EMF. It might be kind of tough to get here. Didn't catch it in time. Yeah, it wanders to the graveyard from here, it seems. There's the red eyes. Oh, that's cool.
Ooh, that is eerie audio evidence.
So it's the event. I guess when you get too close to it, it looks at you and then goes super speed that way. Definitely don't want to go into the woods. So the special interaction with demons when they actually attack you, from what the notes have said, is that it will like knock you out and then make you forget a piece of evidence that you have, which would be quite tricky. The battery is going down on this thermometer. Was that because I was near the ghost? Or just because there's natural battery drain now? There's the shadowy figure. Okay.
Ooh, that is eerie audio evidence.
Where is the entity leaving its EMF and temperature readings at? Doesn't seem to be tied to its actual model, which I mean it's starting to kind of be a theme with this. I don't know that that's intentional or not. I thought it was because it was like the demons are different than regular ghosts, but it's starting to seem like maybe they don't always manifest where where their, I guess, invisible model is that you can take measurements from. Oh, apparently it was
Ooh,
here.
that is
I think it was
eerie
I think it was trying to manifest while it was next to us. I don't think it'll be. I think it's residual, right? Or shadow. Shadows don't. Do shadows give EVPs? I guess we could give it a shot and see.
Is there anyone here who would like to speak with me? Is there anyone here who would like to speak with me?
Okay.
Is there anything you'd like to tell me? Is there anything you'd like to tell me? Do you know why I'm here? Do you know why I'm here? Is this your home? Is this your home? Why are you here? Why are you here?
I guess the spirit, this could also be Mayan, but if this is supposed to be set in the United States, I don't know that Mayans would have come up this far. Meow. All right. All right. Where? So it seems like it comes from over here a lot. Maybe I'll get readings over here. I don't know how far I'm supposed to go in over here, though. Like, how far is too far? When do we start getting to the woods?
Is there anyone here who would like to speak with me?
Do ghost models disappear when you go into EVP mode?
Is there anyone here who would like to speak with me? Is there anything you'd like to tell me? Is there anything you'd like to tell me? Wow, that sounded like a response. That is very interesting.
That was a ghost that is supposed to be all the way over there. So why are we getting EVPs from the ghost over there? Very curious. Had to have gotten that one right. Yes. Okay, good.
That's extraordinary audio evidence.
Very strange. Oh, here we go. Where did it go? Did it zoom away? Well, maybe it is tied to the ghost model. I mean, that one disappeared right where I started getting readings from. I don't know. It's very confusing. Seems inconsistent at times. Unless I was not in the exact perfect spot last time to try to capture the readings, but I don't know, maybe. It's so creepy seeing the shadow just like kind of walking. It's weird because it's very well lit in this area, but can you imagine like if you see it over here? Super creepy. Shadow just walking around in the dark. There it is.
Wow, this
No,
battery
it
died
does go.
abruptly.
It does go all the way over here. Oh, my batteries died on the EMF. God damn it. All right. Well, I mean, I guess we don't need to get EMF just yet. It's because I walked right into the ghost. This is going to be complicated because getting EMF is you have to be near the ghost. And if it drains your battery when you do that, it's going to make it extremely difficult to actually get temperature and EMF readings.
Time to replace the batteries.
Yeah, that's frustrating. I don't know that I like that very much. You need to start giving, I guess, the ability to get EMF even further away from where the ghost actually is then, because that's going to be frustrating to do. Especially, I mean, smaller maps, maybe it's going to be annoying still, but it won't be as bad because then you can just walk back to the truck super quick and get a new battery. But I'm like all the way over here and my truck is super far away, and that's going to be not fun. All right, let's see if it'll drain my thermometer. Don't want to get too close. This one's very difficult to get to. Maybe getting EMF and thermometer readings for this guy isn't the way to go. I'll just try to do voice. I can try to do more EVPs. I don't really know.
Is there anyone here who would like to speak with me?
The last one gave me a completely unrelated ghost, so.
Is there anyone here who would like to speak with me? Is there anything you'd like to tell me? Is there anything you'd like to tell me? Do you know why I'm here? Do you know why I'm here? Is this your home? Is this your home? Can you tell me your name? Can you tell me your name?
I don't know if I'm gonna get anything here.
Do you like the current family living here? Do you like the current family living here?
Yeah, I don't know about this. There it is. Maybe I should go get the paranormal mic. Or paramic. Do need to get do need to get batteries, I suppose. Maybe the paramic will give me some additional audio that I'm not picking up just naturally. I still think that there's gotta be... Well, I mean, if all the evidence is shown up in here, then there's gotta be one in here. I must be missing it. On the ground somewhere. It's really quiet in here. Maybe it'd be easier to see without a light illuminating everything here. Oh wow, I didn't even realize that there was a bunch of stuff up here too. It's really cool. I don't see anything here. It's not yet. It's kind of confusing how this new evidence system is supposed to work. Anyway, I guess we should go continue with the plan. I'm getting sidetracked on this stuff. It's just... I don't know. I would have figured... They're all loaded. Should have seen them. And if they're for their respective areas, then... You know, you know, whatever. I don't know. We'll go and we'll get what we said we were going to get. I don't think we need a camera anymore, so we'll drop it here. 5. The camera down, we need batteries. What happens if we just grab... Oh, we can't just grab a battery specifically to... There you go. Okay.
Time to replace the battery.
Okay. So...
I need to replace these batteries.
Okay, Conrad. So things do start off without power. It seems. So that's what happened at the beginning. Everything starts without power. It doesn't just drain. So it's just whatever device you're holding, it seems, that gets drained. Alright, let's see what we can get here. Okay, there's the spirit. Okay, we're just gonna go ahead and chill out here for a little bit. Definitely don't want to disturb spirit. Or have it drain my batteries. Nice.
That was a very unusual noise. I will keep that as evidence.
So we're looking for one more piece of audio evidence for this ghost. And is that it? That's it. I don't remember hearing that. Yeah, perfect.
Wow, that's great audio evidence.
Okay. Well, we found that one. So what I want to do now is I'm gonna explore these areas. One thing I don't want is to get hit by the demon and then forget evidence. Oh god, it's fucking deer. Okay. What I'm trying to do, I'm trying to just see whether or not the evidence is going to show up in random spots throughout the entire map. I feel like the fact that we went into the church and found 2 pieces of evidence about the church, which I think is true, means that it's probably oh, that looked weird for a second. Probably isolated to the areas where the evidence is supposed to be. Because what are the odds of that happening? I don't know. Maybe they're really good. I don't know, but definitely didn't see anything in the mausoleum, and I'm pretty sure. Oh, this is just regular. I'm pretty sure that there's supposed to be evidence for the mausoleum. So, you know, it might be that not all the evidence actually shows up. Maybe it's evidence of a specific ghost will show up. I mean, I can give it another pass here and just see. It would be cool if there was like a way to better find the evidence. Like maybe the paramic could pick up whisperings about it, or like you could, I don't know, one of the instruments could lead you towards it. Maybe not like make it super easy. Maybe make it like. What was that? Oh, there's because the electro box is outside. Got it. Yeah, like where would the evidence items be? Or do I already have the evidence for this one? I don't even know. We're missing 3 pieces of evidence. Like, is it on a wall? Am I missing something? Is it on the ground? And I'm just not seeing it? What was that? Oh, it's just the reflection. That's a really weird reflection right there. Nah, I mean, that made me think that maybe it was outside, but like, I didn't see it out here either. And then, do I have everything from the crypt as well? Even though I've kind of fully investigated this area, except for the child picture.
Looks like this is a normal EMF reading.
I didn't realize that streetlights gave off EMF like that. I guess it makes sense that it would, though. Okay, let's see here. Is there anything over here? Anything at all? Yeah, I just don't know. I guess we have enough evidence to kind of come back and investigate either the Reverend, probably the Reverend. Because we did get a couple pieces of archive evidence there. I mean, I guess it'll be important to review what archive pieces we have and see which ghosts those kind of go with. I guess maybe double checking around back is a good idea. Thought maybe there might be a piece of evidence or two at this building there, but I don't think so.
These lights are acting funny. I should continue investigating.
Your battery is already dead. Yeah, I don't know. I guess we can just leave and try to go from there. It's kind of a quick investigation of good old Red Eyes over there. I guess, you know, it didn't really require a lot of additional evidence or anything like that. Which is surprising. Alright, well, yeah, let's head back. We'll take a look at the archive evidence that we have. Nice. All right, let's go take a look at it. All right, so seller was not original. All right, so we have man's frailty practically exhibited in his life and death. A sermon on the death of the virtuous gentleman Hafter Jacob Johnson, who died July 17th, 1811, in the 87th year of his age. Mark the 8th, 33, take ye heed, watch and pray, for ye know not when the time is. Nice. All right, so that's definitely related to the pastor. Robbing the church and the dead. Oh, this will be hard to read. I don't know if I can. Wish I could zoom in. Okay. Robbing the Church and the Dead by Fred Warwick. After 7 years in prison, John Ulrich has been released from the state penitentiary. Well known as an usher for the church on Spruce Street, Mr. Ulrich was convicted of body snatching and theft. He pilfered about $500 worth of church donations and while assisting the church. This amount in what Mr. Ulrich supposedly quoted. This amount is what Mr. Ulrich supposedly quoted all that was taken. While theft and robbery were commonplace in the lives of convicts in the state penitentiary, there was also the other side of Mr. Ulrich's criminal activity. body snatching. The Ulrich family was never wealthy, and according to Ulrich himself, led a life of mediocrity. An underpaid physiology teacher, Ulrich was envious of the other ushers who seemed to have better paying jobs and had much more wealth coming in. One day, Ulrich received an opportunity for his own financial gain. As a physiology teacher, he had several acquaintances in the medical field, and one had come to pay him a visit. The acquaintance explained that the field was evolving and practitioners were beginning to get better trained in the anatomy by regularly studying cadavers. He offered Ulrich a sizable amount of money per cadaver, which was too much for John to refuse. The transfer of bodies from the ground to the medical examination went on undetected for years. The only suspecting party was Ulrich's young son, who often noticed his father heading out towards the church with a shovel late at night. One night, however, mourners of the recently deceased witnessed a man in the graveyard digging a recently filled grave. Sure enough, they stumbled upon Mr. Ulrich unearthing yet another body. Unfortunately, Ulrich's young son had secretly followed his father to the graveyard. The two mourners snuck up on Mr. Ulrich and fired upon him. Oh, so that's the gunshot that I heard that one time. So that makes sense. Fired upon him, only hitting his crouching boy instead. Oh, that's really sad. The two men were able to wrestle Mr. Ulrich away from his dying son and turn him in. Today is a new day for Mr. Ulrich, albeit not necessarily a good one. Released today from his incarceration, Mr. Ulrich still mourns his son and wife, Kathy, who passed from poisoning years prior. Knowing his life would never be the same, Mr. Ulrich fled the city of New Eidolon and has not been seen since. Okay. So, this seems like it's going to be that shadowy figure that we saw wandering the graveyard. Although it doesn't say that Ulrich is I guess he would be dead, right? Because 1856. So he's probably dead. Maybe that's yeah, Shadow is probably Ulrich. Okay, cool. Jacob died at a bad time. Okay. All right. Church was dilapidated. That's probably going to go to the maybe both of these actually. And then who is this? I left the next order under the tree marker. Compensation follows. Be careful with the Seegers are inquisitive. Who is J and who is K? So J is probably John Ulrich. And then K is his person that was paying him money, I guess. So that seems to be related to this one as well. So we can kind of, I think, focus on that one in the next episode. Or the Reverend, I suppose, as well. We'll kind of play it by ear and see how it goes. Yeah, I'm not really too sure how I feel about some of these changes. I guess it lends a little bit to the realism of the thing, right? Because realism, if you believe in ghosts and the paranormal, the investigators usually say that the ghosts pull energy from devices that they're holding, which totally tracks with what the developer's trying to do in this game. In practical sense, it's kind of annoying, especially since you don't really have much of a choice but to get close to a ghost when taking EMF and temperature readings. So yeah, I guess it remains to be seen how this all plays out. Hopefully it won't be too annoying and it'll have a good balance between providing some additional challenge versus making you not want to play the game. So yeah, I think it's all good. It should be interesting to see how the evidence changes turn out. I don't know where those other pieces of evidence are, and I think it's kind of tricky because I've already kind of explored a lot of this map. So, doubling back and trying to find evidence is a little bit trickier. I think on a newer map, like for instance the lighthouse, I can wander each area because I'm going to do like a baseline investigation anyway on all those things and just check to see if there's any kind of archive evidence as I go, which is a little bit more manageable. So it'll be interesting to see how it all develops. But I I think that's probably going to be it for the video. It's around time anyway, and we did complete investigating the reports of the shadowy red-eyed ghost, which was pretty cool. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Thank you for staying tuned and all the support that you guys have been giving. It's truly been amazing. I can't even tell you. When I started this, I didn't really expect anything from it. It was more of just a way for me to play the games that I love to play, work through some Steam backlogs that are never going to go away totally, but it gives me a reason to play those games a little bit more. And you know, I'm really happy and glad that everybody's enjoying watching them. So yeah, you know, thank you again. I truly appreciate it, and I will catch you guys in the next video next week. All right, I'll see you later.